All of our feet nakalina kita zilai. Spiderman sa motwana sitlogolo sa rema go mo le go phela matla go phasima le masepa yona. Go tampo start. Go le gae la Re Moses Kotane. Welcome back to Pillow Talk.
Hi everyone.
Segment Pillow Talk. Yeah. So we are engaged with Pillow Talk. Actually before Motshwanedi.
Well, I have mixed emotions. Remember, my mom was sick and all those things.
Yeah.
Been stressed out about that actually. But all in all, I'm fine.
It's been a while since we clearly money.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Why?
Well, we are busy this side. We are busy going to work, wifing, mothering, daughter-in-lawing. Yeah, and being a daughter to my mother as well. So it's all that.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice. So, ka October, we celebrated the 1 year anniversary, right?
Yep.
So, this podcast was inspired by that
The
achievement.
end of it, okay.
Yeah, it's an achievement.
You know, people always ask me, how long have you been together with your husband? And I actually don't know. Do I count those years that we've known each other before we dated?
No.
Do I count the Mjolo?
Yes.
Okay. In Jolo, it's
3 years.
and marriage is
It's
one. Okay. All right. So in total, it's 4. No.
It's 3 years.
So it's 3
3
years.
years combined. Everything's combined. It's 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Just feel like in that 3 years, there's 1 year.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. All right.
So
All
we've been
right.
dating for one. We've been dating for
Why is that? We dated for 2 years. I'm Jolo. Huh?
no, but
Does it make sense?
it doesn't make sense because now if we were 2 years, I'm told then 1 year, yeah, marriage. So what happens? Because now that into this, it's a little same. Because like one.
No, also they together because you're still jollaring, right?
But now we are married, so it's
Yeah, but
different.
we are still jollaring.
Yes. So, I believe as soon as Lijola, it is like park. So we've been together for 3 years, married for
A
1
year.
A year. Even
So
if
next year is Mjolo for 3 years and marriage 2 years.
been together for 4 years, marriage 2 years. It's a major.
Okay, guys. I don't know how to count these things. And apparently women are the ones who know how to count the whole thing. But I'm not that woman.
Yeah.
I'm
So
definitely
next,
not that
that
woman.
other year we've been together for 4 years, Mjolo 3 years, marriage 3 years. That other year we've been together for this much, marriage this much.
Okay.
Because marriage, I believe it's a melakwa iliwan.
Mjolo
Then
Zama only one.
has been together, it's a melakwa iliwan.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that's how it is.
So marriage is the official thing with the government. Oh, this is Mr. and
I
Mrs.
think that's when you involve the
Motshwanedi.
government.
Yeah.
Like as well, at some point in the I always took inspiration, especially modeling from Kagiso.
Okay.
Right? I remember this one time when Tevinya Anel go Anel Sabanale show go CBC3 Real Talk with Anel.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kare. I wanna get married. He wanna get married, but his problem is that he doesn't want to involve the government in most situation in Yai. Already is involved with the government in almost everything, banks,
Yeah.
ID, whatever.
Well,
whatever,
the government
whatever.
will always be involved.
Yes.
Government doesn't involve. You birth a child.
Exactly.
You birth a child. The government is involved.
Yeah. So
you do this. You find a job. The government is involved.
Exactly.
Government is involved in
so,
everything.
Can at least do one thing
that
doesn't involve the government. And the NLA, but with the lady, they've been together since for more than 15 years. They've been together, they have kids. But that one thing, should I involve the government in this one as well? Nah, let's. And the nice thing about it, they went sure they lim said why. Well, like him said why, because him said why. Lim said why, they're on the same page.
Well, it's beautiful when
Can
people...
at least have one thing that the government is not involved more on?
You know what I like about that is that the both of them are on the same page.
Yeah.
Because we tend to be partners, and then this partner wants this, and then this partner wants that.
Yeah.
And then we can't.
I feel like
merge them together.
I feel like it's worse if ke lenyalo, because lona banyana ntoli patla yana ke lenyalo. It's to chant.
Yeah, I think I get it. Here's the thing: we grew up in a society where, at a certain age, as a woman, at a certain age as a woman, you should be married, should have children, and you can't stay with a man for these years.
Yeah.
And they haven't put a ring on it,
yeah.
or they haven't even came to your family to introduce themselves. You know, and it goes back to, I go home and I tell everyone, nah, I'm in a very serious relationship. My boyfriend and I, we stay together. We've been together for like 15 years, whatnot and whatnot. We have children, and then people come on some, but that guy didn't marry you.
Yeah.
And then something happens to the guy. I'm sad why. You are nothing.
Yeah.
Something happens to me.
Yeah.
You were only just a boyfriend.
Yeah.
Nothing. Yeah. So I think if Rona revale that understanding, not everything should turn into lenyalo.
Yeah.
Then I think manaba rona ba kasukole the way Rona maybe.
Yeah.
But Rona, it wasn't influenced by that. Let's get that right. Our marriage was not influenced by the society. It was something that we, the both of us, wanted.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, so that is dope, Joe. But other than that, so this podcast inspired again our anniversary. And so now the title of this podcast is Things I Wish I Knew Before I Got Married.
Okay.
That's the title of it. So things that you wish you knew before you got married. Same thing to me. Then we have a discussion.
Okay.
Yeah. So ladies first.
Okay. Things I wish I knew before I got married. Oh my god. Okay. I wish I knew how to communicate. Communication. If anything, I'm always the one complaining about communication, but somewhere, somehow, I fail.
When we break and communication.
Yeah, I fail. You understand? I have this expectation, if something is wrong or something is happening, my husband should be the one coming to me and initiate communication and everything, but that's not how actually has to be.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There are things I think as Wella or the women, but we have these certain expectations.
Yeah.
Like, if I am going through something, tshwantse a sense, tshwantse a bone. And with it being like that, he should be the one coming to me and asking, baby, are you okay? You know, I've noticed, you know what, you haven't been okay for so and so years, weeks or whatever. What's going on? You know, I've always had that thing, if I'm going through something, one pona, therefore, tshwantse a I will, you know what, baby, I've noticed, you haven't been okay, what. But in most cases, that's not how it should be, honestly.
Yeah, because I feel like because I read the mind reader.
Yeah.
Right? I can read your mind. I can read
But sometimes we wish you guys can just
Yeah, you see,
read my mind.
sometimes I wish I can do a Kamehameha, like gold, but I can't. Like, I can't. So, like you said, expectations. Sometimes you can't expect, the next person to
to do something the way you want.
exact. And
Yeah.
whereas when you are failing to do the
do
very
that.
same thing to that person
Yeah.
or to yourself,
To myself as
to
well.
yourself,
Yeah.
you know, wa feela o tseba gore why o feel a certain way, but you
But I'm
expect
expecting someone else to know.
exact.
why
And
I'm
again,
feeling a
to
certain
go
way.
botsang yona.
I think the reason why also you shot yourself moloto when you went to study psychology, depression, don't. So I think my expectations also come from the fact that, but this person knows these things. At this point, it should be you being able to detect.
Funny jalo, because I remember this one time like in a conversation when you know, social work, as much as I look good ka detect mathata a bana ba batho ko strateng, ha tse go mathata a ngwana a ekeng ko ntlong.
Yeah, that one I know.
Yeah.
Because I remember there was a lady that I was friends with, like Koskolong. I think it's high school if I'm not mistaken, or after high school, somewhere there. You know, those part-time friendships. And the lady, mewa in social work. And baby girl used to complain a lot about her mother. But when it comes to her, exactly, it's like her mom expects her to be something that she is not, or something like that. And it came to a point where she resented her mother because she had this thing. But number one. Like we can be sitting here and eating, and then next thing you're on some way, something is going on. But I am here every day. You see me, and then you complain about my behaviors. You complain about certain things. Whereas at that point or at that time, I'm expecting you to understand. You birthed me. You know me. I'm your child. I am this kind of child. Okay, let's say maybe I'm a bubbly child. And then next thing for like 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever, I haven't been that bubbly child. So now as your child, I expect you to be able to detect what's going on. I don't expect you to come and shout at me, you know I hate your behavior. I don't understand why you being so moody. What's going on? What's wrong with you? You know, things like that. Why are you being with this person? You're making my life miserable. What is your mother difficult and whatnot? So she ended up resenting her mother because of that. You know? So I think Lynn somehow when it comes to such things, when I'm not feeling okay, I'm drained and whatnot, there comes, and I think maybe you've realized, I shut down and I don't even talk to you about it. I just shut down. And then at the back of my mind, somehow I'm actually expecting you to be the one to bring it up. Kanti, baby, you know you are not feeling okay. Or baby, you haven't been yourself for a while now. Talk to me, what's going on, you know? So yeah, I think it's that as well. One thing, I'm working. I'm not. Am I even working on it?
Nah, you're not.
I think I still am. Because there are certain things, or maybe there are certain. Sometimes you would say certain things, and then I'd be there like, you are a professional. You can't be saying such things to me. You should know better than to come to me and talk to me like that. It also comes back to that lady. She was expecting her mom to come to her got a certain you know got a certain fashion go communicate le yena ya go bua le yena, you know, because mama would come sometimes na bua taba tsa gore mama ya bua le yena o yena ha try ya go jesa mama into tse etsalang o feelang ka re mama wa mo jaja or wa mo reprimanda or things like that. I think somehow when those things happen, Lena on my side, it comes to a point where Lena also feel that way. I'm being reprimanded. I'm somehow, it's like you are expecting me to handle a certain situation maybe same way you handle it. Exactly. So I think that is why hangata ibali yona until
And
experience.
it's crazy because now I get like when get like I said, oh, I'm a professional. I should know these things. So it's like that okay, a psychologist or a therapist who will ask this type of questions. And but to you, it's about the questions as if you're going, like I'm speaking on you, not speaking to you. I'm judging you, like and essentially just feel like I just want to find the core root or why.
Sometimes I don't want you to find the core root. You are my husband. Just comfort me.
What I do?
Comfort me.
I do.
Don't want to find the core thing.
But
just skabatla taking a root in Setswana.
Me.
Hey, yeah, skabatla like no.
Me.
Just
Just cut us more.
yeah, man. Because sometimes you know how this is, babe. Sometimes okay, there are moments where how like on and you come to your battle find out what exactly is happening, right? And then now I'm there, like I'm full on, 100% full on. Because I have the thing. This thing has been on me for a very long time.
Yeah.
I need to take it out. It's hurting me.
Yeah.
Ne? And then there are situations where I'm like, I don't want to be reprimanded. I don't want to be judged. Don't question me because I also don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Just comfort me.
Okay.
Hug me if you can. Okay. Or give me that.
Okay.
You know that's fine.
So communication.
Communication number
to learn
one.
how to communicate.
Yeah. I am, and I think that on my part that's a huge one.
I feel
From my part,
I feel like I can really to read somewhere Lena yampalla sama communication. I want like Wallace Bush the other day. Lena yamohlola in a way na re monna ha bua le batho ba feel as if like what chicken.
Yeah. Yes, that's how you are, Lena, sometimes. So when that happens, I think maybe also this whole communication thing is because I've realized how you can be strict and you reprimand a lot, ne? And then when there are certain times where we have to communicate, I shrink.
Yeah.
Where gets have a workers now.
Chicken.
I'm not in the mood for that. Let me just keep it going. But now, the problem is when I keep it going, knowing myself, it creates more problems because now one thing about me is I don't know, but Naki Wakana at this point. I am very, very, very bad at keeping things inside of me. Like I could actually lose weight because of maybe that's why I don't even gain weight.
I forget. No.
I don't forget easily. That's the thing. And it's not that I hold a grudge. It's diapakelana, you know? Diapakelana. And then there will come that opportunity to voice out a certain thing. And then it's like tell her that thing and now everything is all over the place because I'm talking about everything at the same time. And then that tends to confuse my husband because Lena udula mole and he's like, okay, what do I do? Ke araba a question because ke butswe the questions say 50 kanako A1. What do I do? And then Lena ebeke kwata at the fact that you are not even answering all the questions. You just chose to pick one. And then the rest of them, and then it will come back moments later. Actually, the reason why he did that was because he sees everything at the same time. So he's a human being, Lena, as well. So I can't expect him to grab everything, grasp everything at the same time and be able to answer my questions and all those things. So I think when it comes to that, we are working on it. Yeah.
All right. Two.
Also, let's wait. Askis, going back to that communication thing, ne? You know, I don't know about you. Nako khae ke last born, ne? And ke ngwanyana ke le one, right? So I've always gotten my way around things. Like when certain things happen, I'm able to like voice out. I'm trying that, you know. But now I'm in a position where I have to remember, I am a wife, and I need to be as respectful as I can be because I want my partner to be as respectful as well. So I cannot be doing things that are disrespectful towards you and expect you to be respectful. For example, when we are having certain issues, arguments or whatever, I always remind myself in my head, never, do not, number one. Number two, you know, you have to remember, know your place. You understand? And yeah, I think it's also that as well, like always having to remind myself, there are certain things that I can't say. You know, it's okay to think of something, but no, don't say it out. Just think of it, but just don't. You know, morning, sis. You know, but don't say it out loud. Like in a hand and keep it to yourself, and then after more, then obviously you're gonna laugh about it. And be like, what's going on? And I'm there like, it's nothing. But then, hey, I can say, no, the fact that I was angry to a point where, you know, like, hey, sis, you know, and then things happen, you know. So I think that is what when it comes to that part, I should be professional.
No.
Have I ever been disrespectful?
No, you haven't.
Because I tried by all means. Okay, I tried.
All right. Yeah. From my side, let's see. This term or this phrase, happy wife, happy house, happy wife, happy
household.
Yeah, something like that. Doesn't always span.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Doesn't always work.
From my side, it doesn't, because my husband has this thing, as long as, I don't know if you still have it, but at first you had this thing, I can be happy, we're happy, everyone is happy. But I also have this thing, when my husband is happy, I'm also happy, and everyone is happy. So when my husband is not happy, it means I'm not happy. Then no one is going to be happy. Because now it comes to guys. So when my husband is not happy and I'm not happy, then no one is going to be happy. Because why are you happy while my husband is not happy?
Also, I feel like, to me, but on me, you can be happy on my misery.
Yeah, true.
You see? I can't make you happy or else not happy.
You are miserable.
Yeah. Because at some point it will get to a point where
and resentment towards me.
Today sound because of you see, and was it Sega? I can't be Sega. It was some hot man in the this thing about happy wife, happy life. Somehow in a little netting, right?
But at the same time,
don't let either your wife or you as a couple live around that person, that term, happy wife, happy life.
Because what are partners for? We are partners, so it doesn't make sense for it not to be happy while you're not happy. I think that is why sometimes I be looking at some couples and I'm like,
then you find my hot man, tavern. You find my hot man,
like that hot man.
See,
but you could tell, this one is miserable.
He's miserable. He's miserable. And
uniform. Guys. And then we like I think we spoke about it like the whole night. Because the both of us, we were worried about it. And I was even asking you, because you're the one who knows the guy and I don't. Exactly. And I was asking you, okay, why because I was trying to find out what exactly could be the problem. Because
Yeah.
I am the one who actually mentioned to you that person is
And
not okay.
I want to
Wena wa e bona 'cause you were communicating with him. You know, and Mina, I was there the whole time. Guys, that guy is not, because I know if I were to see you like that,
yeah.
you come back from work.
Yeah.
First thing you want, I can't wait to see my wife,
If
or
you
I
like
can't
a
wait
date.
to see my husband,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
But for that guy, it was like, I don't want to be in that house. Oh my God, why am I even knocking
today.
off?
Not
today.
Yeah.
Ufihlile, guy, I think that's where a box said cigarette.
Yeah.
Whatever it is that he was smoking,
Yeah.
because he was smoking after the other,
Yeah.
and
So na let
and a little way nadutsing cutting no more, like hona mo nadutsi so people hane rezo mo hona mo nadutsi so, and I could, like, my heart sank
West
for
part
that guy.
o dutse le batho o la music o dutse tshwere pia ya hae mo tshwere
I
kwetsa
I'm sure I would
o na le batho ba buang le ena on the side.
he is not there, he's in his own world.
You know why?
Rather,
O
and
phela ka happy wife, happy life.
we are not sure.
Yeah, we're not sure, but I bet
that could be the reason, because that's how it happens. Because now cholo gore bank account ha e dumele, and sale a promise mosadi hore o tla mo tholla seeta se itseng, o promised bana. So now hana ka ntho o nanisa ke ntho gore, my God, I can't even make my wife happy at this point. And I give to break her the promise because 1 2 3 1 2 3, you know. So I feel like at this point, as partners, we need to make it a point gore we need to be comfortable with each other to a point where if you promised me a certain thing, and explain to me, baby, I know I promised you 1 2 3, but at this point I can't, you know, I can't fulfill the promise. And then as a wife, I need to understand where my husband is coming from. You understand? Because if I come with, but you promised, but you promised, but you promised, I am making his life miserable.
Difficult.
It will filter to that point how to aqua,
let's part again, but
at that
develop
exactly
a drinking
habit or a smoking habit, or that habit because majida are actually your peace at that point, and now I'm not, you know. So I get it, but nah,
I spanned it,
I span, guys. Like
let us be happy really
together. Like I feel like if we are both happy, they are genuinely happy. Those ones, they genuinely love each other. But then why adula apara dipuma le di Nike? Adula ale montle yana a tloa and o gaina le weight, but monna hae o lose weight, monna hae wa apere di track suit tse tabogileng, monna hae wa apere masantas. There are these shoes ka speed le bitsa masantas. Monna hae wa apere masantas, you know, things like that. And also not that we are doing things for the society, but sometimes le rona as batho re etsa society e be able to judge and comment and do all these things about relationships because haibo guys, people can't keep quiet. They can't, because ba bona le bona gore something somewhere it's offish. Bona rona no, we are not quiet about situation that guy because of the state. And then imagine ba ile gore ba tseba mosadi wa straight, o tsholo mosadi wa vele ke ba le bo ba dula ba logile ke bo princess ke ba bantle, manala up to date, shoes up to date, but the guy a kopana le ena you know, things like that. And then it comes back to us now. We're starting to question, but why? Sure. And then next thing, the guy kills himself. People comment, people make depression is real. Hey, what? Where was his wife all along?
True.
Sometimes depression can happen, and the other party decides, you know what, I'm going to take my life. Obviously, we can't. There are some situations where you judge the wife because you chose to do that. You chose to kill yourself. And we don't know Rudia depression now. But if Rebonin Kare Musadua or Hataya at all,
Then I'm a judge.
o na le mo re tlo ba tshela o na le seabe
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
but if batho ba mpone ke le that princess o neng gore o itse ke eng nna monna ka I make sure or maybe le nna ke itse ba gore nna she monna ka I make sure le mohlang o ipolayang ke tlo ba le ntho ya gore mara Kagiso why ko yentseng e kana gore o be o mpakele ntho e bohloko so like why would you do that to me because obviously it won't be about anyone le bana nka se banane ngwana o nka se monane at that point ke tlo nana nna pele gore what did I do to you mo ileng gore o itse ha o dutse o le one o bona gana gore you know what o le blane nka se monahane le monahane e re ke ipolai once you get it
I get it.
so it's that no guys it doesn't work like that we must both be happy because if we are both happy ngwana rona le ena o tlo ba happy but if it's one-sided ngwana rona I don't think ngwana rona o tlo ba happy
I doubt.
because it tlo dula ba taba tsa gore ngwana hana le mama o happy because mama ha happy but hana le papa very happy because papa yena o happy o content all right but mama is having her own issues her own problems she's not happy about certain things obviously ngwana ha tla mo yena you know so it's that big
What else?
things I wish I knew besides communication is baby.
Okay, now I have somebody now that give you a name.
Okay.
Your feelings as a person are valid, as an individual are valid. So in a point I think it's a missionary communication.
Lele individualism.
Yeah.
Is there even that word?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If you feel like a certain thing, raise it, speak about it, and the next person should value your feelings. Value.
Ask the invalidator.
Yes.
You are not reason you feel that way.
How?
Go for allowance every month mara wena o tlotla mo o tlo njwetsa gore wena
so I think it's a hand in hand dealing communication
but this time around we're talking feelings we are human beings we have feelings right and we are human beings we have feelings and no one I am motho batlang gore di feelings tsa to be invalidated we all want to be listened to
and
be heard and if I made a mistake if whatever I did it hated the feelings to how I as a person it's my responsibility to acknowledge gore actually come back apologize and let's keep moving
That's true. I think it also teach your feelings matters.
O ska thola ngwana a tshaba o tla go rona a tshaba go jetsa gore mo tlise botlhoko because re ba golo
go feel jwang
hey
I feel jwang
ke mogolo ko wena ko belegi you can't tell me gore ke tshwantse go treat jwang that
so that's
I wonder if there's anything I don't want my daughter to be afraid of me I don't want that I know sometimes I may come across as the strict, maybe I might become that strict mother, but we strict baka abatshwanela gore bong blinded to a point that gore ke feel gore di feelings tsa ngwana di invalid. No. That's an injustice. That's what I think. Because at the same time le ruta le ngwana gore le pele mo ayang it's worse re na le ngwana ngwanyana. Wa nyalwa one day. Well, from Joel's, it's Linyal.
No, but also you've
and not only
in Mojolo, they can also make
such things.
They can also make a guy can make you feel as if the feelings are valid.
And then if Rona Montlu, we've always made her feel like the feelings are invalid.
It's about a normal
it's about a normal thing to a point where a guy utlo khona lonka advantage. This I can do it.
then emotional abuse.
Emotional damage.
Damage.
Yeah, that's true. And also not only in relationships, like intimate relationships, but also in friendships as well. Because now your friends are hurting you, but you're not even voicing it out because when you've always been invalidated.
Yeah.
But if we not in our relationship as partners, it starts with us. We don't invalidate each other. We talk to each other about I know we apologized to each other, but like, and then you apologize without making me feel like hey, when I do only hate, things like that. So I want that ngwanaka a kgone, because we can't do that to each other. We cannot invalidate the feelings of someone. But when it comes to batswadi ba rona, we can't go and talk about how they hurt our feelings because we know where that's going to go. Yeah. Okay. And then so re batla gore e be different from for okay, so re batla gore e be different from for ngwana rona gore a kgone ho tla gore ntho so le so a ya ntshwara hantle jang. Because I feel like at this point we are actually building a foundation not only for us but for our child or children, whatever, but yeah. Yeah, we're building re etsetsa le yena. So what we do to each other, I think re tshwanetse re be careful somewhere somehow, especially communication, because we're still working on that. I believe there will come a point where like we are perfecting it, not perfecting, that's a wrong word, but mo ileng gore re kgona work around yona. Ngwana lena hantsa ola lena o tlo kgona that communication because we learn from rona, right? And then also from that ke mo ileng gore o tlo kgona go tla to that feelings being validated and all those things, like assuring her it's okay to feel angry. It's fine. It's okay. But also tshwanetse re mo rute hape le di o na le right of feel angry, but also you have a responsibility ya gore when you are in that moment or in that state, these are your responsibilities. Like the Bill of Rights, you have rights and you have responsibilities as well, right? They go hand in hand. So we cannot only focus on your rights and then push the responsibilities aside, because once we do push the responsibilities aside, that's when you find entitled. This is what the parents, they're entitled because I have rights. But okay, you have rights, but what about your responsibilities? Do you know what your responsibilities are? You have a right to have emotions. You have right to be overwhelmed when certain things happen, but your responsibilities, what are they? So that's where we step in. Okay, your responsibilities wanaka when you feel like that. This is 1, 2, 3. Same way le nna ke na le right gore ke kwatele certain things, but my responsibilities are to communicate about those things. Baby, I am angry at 1, 2, 3, or ke kwatise ke ntho 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And also my responsibilities are to be as respectful as I can be when it comes to addressing those things. It goes back. I think everything goes back to communication. Actually. Communication ke yona foundation. Ke yona e building this whole thing, because without communication, what's going to happen? When there's no communication, go ba sawa.
Like mobile.
Yeah. Go ba o vele o be sawa. Go be sawa, guys, and it's not a good thing. And then now it come e be go tla hape hona le di pride phela hape now. Yo.
Yeah, I think that's my next point.
Mm-hmm.
Pride.
Yeah, pride. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Pride in a marriage doesn't work.
No, it does work, but not always.
Explain.
Hey, how long sounds very pride? Hey, how long sounds very pride? How long you
Pride. How pride is wrong, and to what extent?
Okay. Everyone. Okay, why? Without pride, you are naked. That's what I think. I believe if you don't have pride, you are naked, and
But
so the odds, because if I wanna pride, but what longer advantage.
don't forget, pride in a way also goes the ego.
Yeah. So there's a difference between pride and ego.
Okay.
So when it comes to marriage or relationship or whatever, put ego aside. Yeah. And obviously pride is one thing. Nah.
But that's the thing. That I carry pride more in a marriage doesn't work to a point that you know wrong,
Yeah.
but you're too proud
To apologize.
to apologize.
Oh, we're not working.
Yeah, you're too proud
yeah,
to
true.
apologize.
Yeah.
You're too proud to see your wrongs, your mistakes.
Yeah.
Then the next thing
You are being You are being a narcissist.
the next thing ha motho a tlo bontsha hore exe mo o bile wrong le mo then you snap, you defend yourself.
That's being a narcissist, and now you're trying to gaslight the situation.
Exactly.
You
want to shift the blame.
You want to manipulate.
Just like pride in a marriage doesn't always
Yeah, well, that's true.
work.
Well, I thought no work a pride.
No, a person must have pride, but know where to apply it and where not to apply it, and how to apply it. So it goes back
to rights and responsibilities. You have a right to have pride, but also there are responsibilities that comes with having pride.
Yeah. All right. And your side?
My side. Okay, so I spoke about communication and also things I wish I knew before I got married is financial planning. That's my financial planning. So we are a new generation, right? And being a new generation, we have this mentality of 50-50, you know, we all do this, you pay these bills, I pay these bills, you do this, I do that, you know, all those things. So financial planning, it shouldn't be one side. Just because kwena o sebetsang doesn't mean gore kwena o tshwantseng o dule o plana financially.
Yeah.
You have a partner.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So goes back to communication again. We sit down.
So when it shows our communication, it's
everything.
It's the glue it hold down every
other thing.
Every other thing.
Yeah.
Without it, then everything Yeah.
So financial literacy. Yeah. Financial literacy is actually the word. I feel like I got into marriage financially illiterate.
Yeah.
Right? And I think the reason was obviously you are the younger child, you get all those allowances and you just blow them however you blow them, because obviously I would say it's right? And then obviously there was no one actually taught you.
It was right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No one actually.
Because now I'm the last born, but I was taught how to manage my finances.
Your finances. Okay.
From a young age.
Yeah. No, I was not.
And the rest part, like I would talk about the back.
You were taught by someone else.
By
your grannies.
My grannies, my grandfather.
So now I didn't have anyone to actually teach me financial literacy. Okay, in those days I would save. Save. right? But obviously you save because you
Want
are,
a certain thing.
you want a certain thing.
Yeah.
So I need to save because I know if nka se nke allowance ya ka kaofela and just so I was financially I came into marriage financially illiterate, and that actually somehow yes, because nalwena we don't value money the same way.
Same way. Yeah.
You value money because you know what financial literacy is.
Yeah.
Nna tšhelete ke tšhelete guys a re sebediseng e sebetse
blow
ha e
away.
fela e fele
blow
e nngwe
away.
e tla tla and then you understand, but actually that is a huge disadvantage because what happens ha ngwana a kula now ha lena tšhelete
What happens mid-month?
What happens mid-month? You can't leave ka taba gore I paid all the bills ke na check the transport now re setse ka 0 then what happens mid-month?
Yeah.
You understand? So I think that's one thing gore but ke ntho eno gore ntse ke ithuta yona ha ntse go ya but actually I wish a se ntho eno gore ke lenne se ke kene lenyalong. I wish I learned it outside lenyalo. And also it comes back also to a ke re ne re le bana ba di allowance rona ba bang ga kena motjolong re le bana ba di allowance re sena mathata, and then now obviously wa hola phela dia fela di allowance wa hola nkere then now you get married and now it's like those things. So I am learning financial literacy. I am teaching myself every day. I'm trying to work around the finances and all those things. So at this point, I have this thing ya gore ngwana hantse a hola tshwantse re mo rute financial literacy so that her life is kaba the way yaka e turned out dileng ka teng. Mo ruta a santse a na le monyana gore okay, you have a bank account, right? So having our daughter actually has a bank account. So having a bank account, ha go fa tšhelete 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 like we introduce dinto gore okay, if you want to go out with your friends it's fine, but there's a certain amount go accounting ya e leng gore like re metsetsa a limit ya gore o fitlhela mo after mo o fedi you are broke. You should actually you should actually consider yourself broke. Just because account ya ena le 50,000 doesn't mean o na le tšhelete. Ina le di plans tsa yona 50,000. So finances. Also finances di baka mathata in a relationship.
I remember ke bola gore to take cost usually that causes divorce in a marriage is finances more than infidelity.
Really?
Yeah. So in finance, it's the number one cause for divorce more than infidelity, sickness, whatever. But finances are actually number one. Top. So
that's
if
scary.
your finances are not, because also finances, and I can take about the I explain that article here. We found out that finances were okay before, then so one of us developed a gambling habit. So now the little finance that we have, and we lose some savings, maybe for example, then the little money that we have, one way can always spend elsewhere. So those are the things that causes divorces.
So finances. So with finances, Leona, it also goes back to sitting down with your partner and planning. Baby, only one. This is the amount that you bring home. What? Because also with finances, what I've learned, it doesn't matter gore ke mang o sebetsang. We grew up in a society where we saw women ba sebetsang or o thole gore monna le mosadi ba sebetsa ba le two, but the woman earns more than the husband, and now the woman is now the husband of the household. Like, I don't know if you get it. Wabo? So Onna, I never actually got to understand why into because you guys are partners. And you guys had an agreement that we want to be partners, we want to be together and all those things. Saga kisa how all those things and all those things, you know. I'm not meaning in community of property. Even if you are not married in community of property. Sailing saga kisa how as long as re dula ko ntlong right? Uskabale attitude ele ya gore re sign prenup how therefore tšhelete engwe le engwe ke tlang le yona mo ntlong ke yaka. Now I'll spend my money the way ke batlang ka teng. When I spend your money the way o batlang ka teng. I don't think that works. I don't think it would actually work for me. It's
I'm not sure. I remember this this other podcast the other day. It's like the wife will hola more money, right? Then she has a secret account,
savings account.
Yeah, a secret saving account during Munna. Then somehow Munna found out about it. Then it led to that couple to divorce. Because that's maybe it's a cheating.
Financially cheating.
It's financially cheating, but about divorce. Maybe this is fucking inconsiderable differences. Something of that sort.
Yeah.
So you can cheat infidelity and it becomes wrong, but also the financial cheating, it's also a thing. It happens, but people don't speak about it.
Yeah, we don't talk about it because we think it's okay. Because we defend no, it's actually a good thing that she did that for rainy days and all those things. I don't think that actually would work.
So if a thing will lead a couple, it will drive a couple to a point where they divorce, then that's
not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Because sometimes it goes back to people crucify the husband. He was being jealous of the lady and all those things without having to. You know, sometimes I feel like if you are not in a situation, you won't understand. Until you are in that situation and you understand it. You are experiencing it. That is when you will understand.
Actually.
Actually, this is how it is. It's not the way I thought. It's like having children. You know, when you don't have kids, you judge mothers go to shop and you're there like, until you have your own child, that's when you understand actually these little minions, they throw tantrums no matter how much teachings they kids will always be kids, you know, such things. So with finances it should be like that.
Be transparent.
Always have transparency, should always be there. Finances, like with everything, baby. And also, you know, as Black people, once you get married, you are not completely out of Ohin, right? Obviously, go high, a certain thing is a halang, and then my mom comes to me and I can't just and the husband is not working. I can't just take it out and give it to, you know, there's a mistake I did the other day. My brother asked me, right? And then I gave him, and I remembered I actually didn't tell you about it, of which it's wrong, because when such things happen, it will come to a point like now my mom got sick and we had to take her to the doctor, we had to pay for medication and all those things, and then now and then now the matter, but you can't say how natural because last time so mama will be able to go doctor regardless of that amount of money that we had. You understand? And then now I come back with some that is completely wrong.
Like I was surprised, and I was just like,
exactly, because when I was earlier the last time I go by and I was like, okay, I would talk a certain amount, and then well, he's not going to pay it back. So I gave him, or no, I didn't even give him first. Like I spoke to you, so, and you were like, okay, cool. Move. So now, mistake mo bekeng e fetileng ke mo file. Yes, we adimile we tlo go tsa back, but it's still wrong because tshwantse ke bue le the husband first. Okay, baby, this is what's going on, because if anything between nna le yena, he is the financial smart one than me. So when it comes to finances, I have to always make it, not we. I always have to make it a point that I communicate with you with God finances, so that because you are the financially smart one, no, baby, we can, no, let's like this, and let's, and also for him to be able to say no to me, that I bring home, tshwantse ebe nna ke mo fang that gore o kgone ba comfortable to say no. O ska tshola o tshaba gore no because wa tseba gore nna ka o sa ke tlo gutla hape how dare you say no? Ke nna mo se sebetsang mo jarateng when you don't even bring anything. Why must So it also go communication again. It goes back to that. So I know there are those ladies basanyalang that well, your night can never be me, Mina, angeke. But it's it can never be me. But then once you are in that certain space, you know and you understand it's no longer about I. It's we. Because one mistake.
We are now French. We.
Exactly. Because one mistake, I cost enough. It cost wena, it cost one. Right? Same way, we as women, we expect them to be as transparent as they can be. God finds it. It comes to a point where you understand? So why can't it work both ways? Like I feel like a relationship if you can do it in the left, you can do it in the right.
True.
Yeah.
And last one.
Nasty. It's the financial thing was number 2. Just that
Can't be number 2.
It was number 2.
We spoke about so many things. Can't be number 2.
We spoke about communication for the longest time.
Communication, spoke about.
And then when you brought yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I brought mine.
So it's more than 4 things.
No, it's 3.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now is Jesus. Spiritual believe. I'm not sure if believe, spirituality, something like that. Okay. Well, before I got married, as a woman, if you get married into a certain household, you have to follow whatever they do. Aba lawyer le bona. Aba ya kerekeng so ya le bona, so and so and so. But I wish I knew it doesn't always work like that. In terms of spiritually right? And spiritually you are mastering this whole thing. Like you are very good when it comes to managing your spirituality and all those things. Whereas and you actually do see my struggles. You can see what that does to me all the time. Right. So it has come to scratch that. Rather, what I want to say is it's a matter of okay, yes, as a woman you get married into that certain household and you have to follow everything they do and all those things. But sometimes what happens if it doesn't
feed your spirit.
Yeah. What happens when that
happens?
Exactly. And then now it goes back to I go back to so like I saw it's a hale but ke buella mo tabeng ya gore the relationship in ba struggle ka yona that thing ya gore nna ke goletse kerekeng e sona, and then wena ko eno o thole gore kereke ko goletseng ko yena I believe ko abantu baphansi and all those things, and then wena ko eno you are more on abantu baphansi, right? And then now it becomes a struggle to actually juggle the two, because obviously more goletseng thing, you grew up with that, so it's kind of like difficult to drop the teachings tse o di tholang ka kwa gore o absorbe tse dintšha, you know. So yeah, I think that as well.
I think it also goes to a point that what types of beliefs do you want to instill in your children?
Yeah.
And what ba hodisetsa mo eng? Ba
Yeah.
tla hodisetsa mo mazalwaneng, go ba romeng, go whatever. To a point where sharp go eno le believer on a certain whatever. Do not believe on whatever believe mo yona. Then le nna ke believe mo whatever ke believe mo yona. And me as a guy ke tlo batla gore ngwanaka a pili a anke the very same thing a pili
e wena o rutilweng
e mone ke rutileng. Then o tla decide ena ha se tsa hodile gore
can actually
nna ke rutileng.
Yeah. So with me, it was a matter of, okay, go high, we went, now I grew up, go Zion Christian Church. Saint Agnes Zion Christian Church, right? There are certain teachings, they know how and all those things, and but as I grew up, before I had certain questions about, like, I always question, I think it's in me, or I would question certain things, but this is contradiction. Or why? You know? And then, fine. Then now I still have those teachings, they are still in me, right? When I went to your church, why is feel as if you know it's such things yo motho ke atla nsenyetsa sefela. This is not how I know sefela se ka teng, yo ana, you know, such things. So
and forget that you're in a different environment,
exactly,
different church,
hey, you know. And also remember my mother also lena o goletse ko kerekeng ya ko here, right? So there are certain things that that church, and I have went there before and all those things. So I get like I'm like, okay, all right, I guess, okay, guess we're clapping hands then, you know, things like that. But this is actually more about believe because if anything, I feel like e ka sebetse if re believela mo nthong e different really too, because ngwana re misa kae oba in the middle now. Ke tlo batla mo tontsela ka mo o tlo batla mo tontsela ka ha e sebetse. Understand? And then also you know spiritually ke eme kae, and you know I am one confused person when it comes to spirituality, and young lemats that thing. And right now it has come to a point where I feel like until I told when it comes to that, you understand? And also it's sad because the way thing, what it does to my mental health and all those things, and so those things, this one I feel like it's things that people need to talk about before bakena lenyalong for okay, this is what's going on. But we did talk about it. Remember first time, and I told you if it happens this is what I am, this is what's going on, and this does 1 2 3 on me, and to be honest with you, I don't know how to work around it because I can't say big imikai. You know? So I think that's actually, if there's anything I command us, we actually got to have a communication about that before we got into this.
And mind you, this is a hard
it is
conversations.
They are, because
Yeah.
now yo, this guy would balea. Because who wants to date motho o wang fela le fela
Yeah.
o tsuelwang ke
Yeah.
badimo,
Yeah.
motho o e leng gore yena ha le hara batho wa pallwa.
I feel like I want to say a year before we go palana.
No tlo balea. Because only illiterate when it comes to such, but then go to mo e leng gore
I was one for kidding. I was one for the world, Joe. Negil out
you were
here.
for the streets way.
Yeah, I was for the streets to open the, I was learning myself negil confused in exactly what until kidding.
Yeah.
Until I saw the light.
But likely go towards the only, you know.
Yeah, luckily. Because if it was a year or a year and a half before, then it would be a different story right now.
Yeah.
Because I remember so.
And you ran away.
Then I was like,
oh, this guy.
Plus, also it came influence like me.
Yeah, that as well.
Influence
but I think also everyone I can more.
Yeah.
So with me,
Yeah.
no one could tell actually, but only the people in my space know. Okay,
Yeah.
you know, because such things, if you don't talk about them, now and then I really go to gatherings, because you know, I become moody and all those things, and all of a sudden, yeah, you know, those things. So I think it's important for couples to actually, before Ligena got this journey and marriage, you talk about such things. And let's say oh emikaika this or emikaika that, so that you can decide before later I do wakena or how can. Because once ukena, don't expect the other person to change for you. We must change for each other, not I have something about one-sided. So yeah,
that was it for too.
Actually, I have felony guys, but that's it for today.
Yeah, that's it for today. Still gonna do another part.
Yeah,
about
another
the
part.
things that we wish we knew before we got married. That was it from us. The Pillow Talk segment. I
actually want to eat.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about food. I've been thinking about food.
it's amazing.